Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Okay, so today I have another ultimate Jason Voorhees, but this time it's from Freddy vs. Jason. Let's check it out. Alright, so first let's check out the box. So we have a very cool product shot of Jason Voorhees, which is actually half of the actual movie poster, as you can see right here. The other side would be Freddy, which, yeah guys, let's give us our ultimate Freddy from Freddy vs. Jason. That's just the next logical step. Then we turn to the side, another great close-up of the man himself, and same thing on the other side. But as we turn to the back, as always, we have some pretty cool product shots of Jason, and look at that mean mug on Jason Voorhees without the mask on. That's fantastic. This guy is actually really cool. A very creepy photograph of him sitting in a chair with a teddy bear, which is one of the accessories in this box, and then boom, look at that. The flame effect, which is also another accessory, and one of the coolest masks they have ever released. Right there, but let's talk about that when I break open the accessories. But open the flap. Very nice product shot of Jason Voorhees, tattered clothes and all, and there he is in the box. You can see everything that he comes with in the box, but I don't like spending too much time on the box. Let's take him out. Alright, so here's Jason out of the box. Let's check out the backdrop, which is a really cool shot of just light coming through the woods. I really like it. Thin cardboard as always, but here he is out of the box. And I'd have to say I really like the weathered and rotting look of this Jason Voorhees. And yeah, he's modeled after the movie, which I wasn't the biggest fan of Jason Voorhees from Freddy vs. Jason. I just wasn't, sorry guys. Not because of his overall look, but because you can always see his eyes so clearly through the mask, and I just didn't like that. I know that's a lot of people's favorite Jason, it's just not mine. But checking him out in ultimate figure form from Neca, he is absolutely fantastic. I mean, check him out. They really captured the look. Look at this jacket. It is so torn and rotted. There's just holes, it's dirty, it's grimy. It almost looks like I have to go wash my hands after touching this guy. He's so dirty looking. And he's made of mostly hard plastic. This jacket obviously is some soft material, but inside, oh, right here, this is soft right here. Under that is all hard molded. His pants are all hard molded. And of course his head, except for his mask. Look at that, oh my God. Let's check him out up close. So I really like the look of this Jason. He almost looks like the Jason from part 3, just a lot more beat up and dirty and grimy. Look at the back of his head. His brain looks like it's coming through the back there. That is gruesome. What the heck is that? Got a little patch of gray hair coming through there. Look at that. I don't remember that from the movie, but Neca likes to do a lot of very highly detailed sculpts, so maybe that's there and I missed it. I cannot say enough of the look of this head sculpt. But let's put that back on. I'll go over the mask in just a second, but let's keep talking about the way he looks here. So we go down to his pants. Once again, very worn and weathered. Almost looks like he just came directly out of a grave, which is great. But look at these shoes, man. These look like some Herman Munster specials, something Kiss would wear on stage. They look like they have just giant platforms. Look at this. Easily making him a good 5 or 6 inches taller with these platform shoes on. And we look to the bottom, yeah, we have the standard peg holes on the bottom of his boots. Look at his hands. His hands are just completely black. So look at this. So they're just a shade of black. There's no weathering or at all, meaning there's no weather painting on him. Obviously his hand sculpt looks great. And it looks like he's wearing a blue t-shirt under this. And if I try to lift up, open his jacket, open his shirt, you can still see that come through there. But that's about as far as I can go to see his t-shirt underneath. There we go. But let's talk about his mask. We already took a look at his gruesome face. Oh my God, I can't get enough of that. Look at that. Look at that mean mug. That expression. That expression on his face is killer. Enough of that. So let's check out his mask. Oop, too close. And we have the classic red chevron symbols there on his mask. Very, very similar looking to every other Jason mask, but as you know, they changed slightly. But I like the weathering paint job that they did on here. It makes it look very old, very used. And then we have the soft strap here in the back. So very cool. Let's put that back on him and let's talk about the articulation. So articulation, we have slight movement in his head up and down, but as you can see, our ball joint, the ball peg is not at the end of his neck connecting to his head, it's at the beginning of his neck down here. So you can see it moves his whole neck if I try to look up and down, which kind of limits the movement a little bit. But I can still turn his head all the way around from the base of his neck. We don't have any extra heads in his accessories, so I'm guessing that's why they did that. So let's see the extension in his shoulders. Very good, actually. So very nice extension in his shoulders. Up, down, nice swivel. Very, very cool. Go down to his elbow, and it is a single joint in his elbow on a hinge. And we can spin his forearm all the way around. Go down to his hands, we have a nice hinge in his hands, and of course we can spin his wrists all the way around. We do have a nice ball joint in his lower torso here, so we can do everything just like spinning 360. Now, my legs here are very, very loose. Look at this. So I have very, very loose legs on this Jason, which I'm not a big fan of them being over stiff, which you see a lot of these NECA figures are over stiff. But I don't like them. I think this is worse, being this loose. I mean, I don't like this one bit. We can do pretty much a split with this guy. We can't rotate all the way around in his legs, but single jointed knee right there. Let me go down to his feet. Let's see, how much can we look down? With his foot, point down, sorry. So not bad. And then spin his feet all the way around. It's kind of hard, but we can do it. And then we have a nice rocker in there too. But because his legs are so loose, I mean, look at this. He's so loose in the legs. He's kind of hard to pose any way I want him. But and look at that, just a slight movement back. Look at this, this is crazy. This is one of the loosest Jasons I've ever had. Wow, but I can still stand him up pretty good, but if you want to put him in any dynamic poses, it might be difficult if your guy is as loose as this one. All right, so let's talk about accessories. All right, so let's start out with one of his two machetes that he has. And this does not suffer from the NECA disease because it is, even though there's no blood on this one, very nicely worn and weathered paint job. This looks great. It's not just a flat silver, which all of you guys know I absolutely hate. But even though this one does not come with any blood, that's cool because he does have a second one that is loaded with it. All right, focus, there we go. Here are the two side by side. They look exactly the same. This is just pre-kill. This one is post-kill. And they did not skimp on the blood on this. And I'm really loving what they're doing with these Jasons. If you guys saw my Roy Burns video, and if you missed it, I'll put a link right above here. As you know, those are some of my favorite accessories NECA has ever released. And they weren't skimping on the blood on his weapons at all. Kind of like this. This one looks absolutely fantastic. Next, let's go to the tiny little teddy bear that Jason has some fondness for. This one doesn't have any articulation. Just a cool little teddy bear. It's actually modeled pretty nice, molded pretty nice, painted really nice, but not much to go over here, but I'll give you guys a nice close-up look of the teddy bear. Very cool. Next, let's talk about this flame effect here. This is one of the better flame effects I've seen. Usually when they try to sculpt and mold flame, it doesn't look that great, but they did a nice job with this. So on this side, you can see the little slot where you put the machete. And it fits in there pretty nice and easy, as you can see. And look at that. That is legit. That looks like an actual flame effect here. I mean, I really like this. I did a video on the Ultimate Freddy Krueger from part 2. And there's a flame effect, which looks pretty cool, but it looks better when you put light through it. But this one, I think, is leaps and bounds better than that flame effect. especially if you have some light coming through the back here that make it look like actual flame. But let's try it with the other machete with the blood. Check that out. Very cool. All right, let's talk about his extra masks here for a second. So take the one off him. This is the one that he came with. The one I already showed you guys. And then here is his second mask that he comes with. And looks like just a much more worn and weathered, just battle-scarred mask. Look at all those little Freddy Krueger finger slices that he has all through it, which looks great. So this is what happens when you're Jason Voorhees and you get in a battle with Freddy Krueger. Very cool. His third one, which has got to be one of the best Neca masks they've ever released for Jason Voorhees, and it's this one right here, simply because of all the blood that's over his mask. This looks so gory and so damn cool. I'm so happy they gave us this and didn't wimp out and give us nothing at all. Just these two without the blood. I'm so happy that they gave us this mask here. And there's Jason with that bloody mask on. Looks great with it. Look, I love this little patch of hair. But this looks great with that blood all over his mask. And then Jason wearing the scratched up mask. So you guys can get a feel for what he looks like with all three masks on. And this is what I'm talking about, why this flame effect is so cool. Look at this. It just works so well on his machete. It looks like it is just set on fire and you do not want to see this coming towards you, Freddy Krueger or not. This is why I cannot wait for them to release the Ultimate Freddy from Freddy vs. Jason, because he's going to pair very well with this Jason Voorhees. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think of Neca's Ultimate Freddy vs. Jason Voorhees? Like I said before, he wasn't my favorite Jason in movie form. I just didn't like how you can always see his eyes in the movie. And you can kind of see that here, but you can adjust this where you don't see his eyes very well, and it just works out so much better in Ultimate figure form. And so yeah, he's right up there with one of my favorite Jason Voorhees. I absolutely love this flame effect. And this is how I'm going to pose him with the bloody mask, the bloody machete, and that flame effect. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe, and go!